Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Mr. Stir Fry, and welcome to a video. It's a different kind of video. It's not really the typical video you would see. Showing by the title, like, you must be, like, wondering. Yeah, it is a pretty serious video that I want to put out myself. This is mostly about me and, just what's been going on. I know there not might not be that much people that might watch this video, but I just want to put it out there to show something. And I feel like it might need to be put out there. And again, this is something really personal, and this as you can tell from the warning, this video has some pretty deep stuff into this. So if you're sensitive to that kind of stuff or anything like that, I recommend you like clicking off the video or something. And like if you're here and not sensitive to that kind of stuff, then like thank you for sticking around and at least hearing me out. I don't know where to start, but let's go back to 2020. So 2020 was, of course, we all know, the year of the pandemic and stuff like that. Not as much people out, mostly online and all that stuff. I didn't have much to do. I had a VR. I had the Oculus Go, and that's when I met my first online friends. Nice online friend group, and it's sort of still going, but kind of fell apart though. But um 2020, yeah, it was a pretty odd year, but there are some good things and bad things, and like mentally at that time I was okay. Like I wasn't too bad or anything, like, as I was, um you know but of course, if any of my friends are watching this, which I know probably you guys might be watching this, and I of course want to say thank you for you guys' support and stuff, but that's not what mainly this is. This is mainly for what's happening and breaking down what's been going on and stuff. Some people sometimes don't like to express feelings on the internet, which is completely okay. Like, I get that. Nowadays, in this generation going into now, it's easy to get judged and stuff. And I want to say, like, to those people watching this, like, be careful out there. Like, because it's not the greatest at times, but there's some good stuff, but it is not the greatest at other times. And I'll tell you, like, from my experience, like I said, when like I had the friend group back in 2020, yeah, it was like that. But mainly what I want to discuss is, like I said, I know I keep repeating myself, but mentally wise, mental health was okay back then. But then like I've had like my first relationship then in 2020. I haven't had a relationship, and it was online. My first relationship was online. It was okay, but like I was still new at the time, so I didn't know how to really mainly be that way much. But I've learned along the way. Broke up, And I mean, I still wasn't feeling great because, like, it's the feeling. Damn, I got broke up. It's hard. Like, that feels hard and stuff. And yeah, it is. But I stood up and was like, yeah, I'm fine now. Of course, I've gone to another one, and my partner just kind of didn't want me and went for another person. But we forgave each other though. Like, we understood what happened, and we're friends still. We talk time to time, but I don't know how they're doing though. But moving into 2021 was uh not so harsh. I mean, everything a little bit started progressively going back. Still in an okay mental state, not mentally bad or anything. We're gonna skip 2021. Barely anything happened in 2021, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, no, never mind. Actually, um actually towards the end of 2021 going into December. Um I was a sophomore in high school then. Until now, I'm actually a senior right now in high school. But I had my first in-person relationship, and it went out okay. Not the greatest, but I mean, it still was something. It still was something. My partner kind of rushed in, of course, but like, I didn't know too much, and I got broken up and felt really heartbroken at the time. Like, that's when, like, my mental stability was kind of like getting down now. Like, I trashed my room. I only slept in the dark and stuff. I always had my blinds closed, stuff. That happened for like at least 2 days or one. And then I brushed it off like it was nothing, and it was still pretty hard time. Um but I forgot to mention that was in February we broke up. Um December, or no, it was January that I we asked each other out, basically. And yeah, it lasted for a month. And it was before Valentine's Day too, which kind of made me sad too. Um I also February was a hard month for me. So it 2022 um February, it was really hard for me. Like, one of my family members got diagnosed with cancer and stuff, and of course, girlfriend breaking up with me, and then unfortunately my dog dying. And if you look back at the video, like some of my videos, maybe you might see my dog. Her name was Dot, and I was really heartbroken when she died. But moving along to May, my mental health was not great, but um I managed it at least. I met some new friends on VR chat on this platform. Um and I was pretty happy with him, and until like this one person came, and this is the part where it gets pretty rough, and it like yeah, so there's some stuff up ahead. So it's February, or no, not February, it's May, and I meet this girl that's online and stuff. And if you know me, I like Genshin and stuff. We both like Genshin. We both have a PC and all this. So we have like stuff in common, some stuff. But like invite her to the server, and of course I'm not going to say any names here. I'm not going to say any names here of who they are. But goes into the server. We're both hanging out with each other a lot. And then we have like some sort of connection, And um like we gain feelings for each other. One of my friends that I met in May um was is one of my closest friends now till this day. Um she's been with me a lot of the time. And yeah, but that aside, going back to the topic of the girl, I am like with her, right? And we decide, let's start a relationship together. At the time, I was it was when I was 16, I believe. Yeah, 16, and and she told me like right, she told me she was 14 and stuff. She kept saying it, telling me that, saying that's like the truth and all that stuff. Yeah, but of course I make sure and stuff. We both show our faces and stuff. We're like, she looks 14. She doesn't act. I mean, she acts 14. I mean, she acts like her age, basically, and looks like her age. We share a lot of stuff with each other. And then going into October. Well, when I asked her out, it was around July. And so we both like start dating along with this other person. This other person is actually my friend, because he's also one of my friends, but and you wondered why. Oh, why were they dating too? So we both liked this girl. And she was poly, so we're like, we should just try and give it a shot, I guess, since we like her. So we both do it, and stuff is fine and all. And then meet some of her friends along the way. One of her friends um wasn't really the greatest. So I don't know really how to say, since it's been a good while, but I would say aggressive, you know. And they what kind of just made me uncomfortable was both her and her friend were more like, I don't know how to say what's the right word. Um they would have like sexual talk. Like, that kind of stuff. It kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable, but I didn't want to say anything. But eventually later on I said it though. But me and her at the time, I would cry to her. We would both cry to each other and like comfort each other and stuff, and like, yeah, be there for each other. But in this case, it just wasn't good. So, I think it was either September or October comes around. Um, the girl breaks up with me and stuff. Like, she breaks up with me and like didn't know about the relationship, how it was gonna go. Of course, I start breaking down and stuff, and I don't remember at the time, but no. Okay, um, I like start being negative towards myself, trash my room again and stuff. But like days later, we get back together. It's fine, right? Um, but in this case, like everything's fine, but we break up within a week, and this is what happens. Um, they like I don't know how to say it. They were not the greatest person when I found out about them. They started talking shit about me and basically spreading lies about me and stuff. Um like they would spread lies, but in this case like they were harassing me. So they get in contact with my IRL ex, and cuz like I was talking bad a little bit about like my IRL ex, and like they tell her that, and then in a Discord VC they um were all in a Discord VC, and they make a GC for it for us to VC, and they decided they were talking shit about me, and my ex found out, but then she told me what happened to her, why she did it in the first place, and like made sure she wasn't like lying or anything to me, and, like being actually serious. And like till this day we're friends, but we don't really talk to that much as we used to back in middle school. But she like we both got an understanding. Like I told her, I'm not gonna explain what she told me, of course, like what happened to her, because that's private. But I'm gonna like say what I told her. Like I told her, like family member got diagnosed with cancer, and like my dog died, and like February was the worst month for me when we broke up, blah blah blah. And we both forgave each other. But as for the other person, they're like, "Are you kidding me? Like, what? Why would you do that?" And then like she was there. Like it that's fine if it's like that. It's not we both came to an understanding that like we're both going to be friends and that's fine. I'm not going to stir any trouble and like cheat or anything cuz I'm not that kind of person. Of course, I'm not that kind of person to cheat on. Like it's not cool to do that. But also like I'm stuttering a lot because I don't know what to say and I'm like shaking and all that stuff, breaking down a little bit and like my ex starts talking shit. Not the IRL one, the online one. She starts talking shit about me, like saying all these things along with her friend, which by the way, it doesn't need to be involved in, which really fucking pissed me off. And I did not appreciate that. Like, they heard, of course, the conversation. They're like, oh, we don't care. It's just a dog. She died, so what? Like, they were talking shit about, like, how bad it was and, like, to get over myself. Saying, like, making me the bad person. Like, the ex online one told, like, her friends lies and all this stuff to get on her side. And, they, like, said all these things like, "Oh, you're, you're a liar, you're a manipulator," and all this stuff. Call me a liar, manipulator. And then they told me I guilt tripped them. In what way? I don't know. Because they never told me anything and they never communicated with me. And just to let you know, they said that like I never helped them even though they told me every time I would comfort them that I made them feel better by a lot. And which doesn't make any sense. Why come up to me and then like say, "Oh, yeah, I got the help I need. Thank you." And then you just lie straight behind my back and be like, "Oh, no. You literally did not help me at all." And they're like they said this bullshit and was like, "Oh, there's no trying to help. There's doing the help." And how the hell am I supposed to do that without trying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. I can't physically be there. And they accuse me of doing shit I haven't done. They told me, like, how I'm just a bad person for doing this stuff, even though I didn't do it. I was accused of doing this kind of stuff. And, like, they really didn't give a shit. Like, friend would say, like, copy pastas and all this stuff, which is stupid. Telling me to kill myself. And that night, I cut my arm. 35 times. At least. I forgot how much it was, but it was a lot of cuts. It happened on this arm. It's scarred up. And it wasn't a good time. And I don't know why, but a week later, she types this whole big paragraph saying that she's sorry and all this stuff, and she apologizes what's gone into her, and I accept and give her one last chance, like another chance. and all's fine and all that stuff. But excuse me, hold up. All right. All's fine. So until it's like we get together again. And then I take a break. I take a break. And the most shittiest excuse that I've ever fucking heard. Like I I can't believe like they use this as an excuse. Okay, so I'm taking a break off of Discord because I need like mental space. And so what she decides to do is while I'm gone, get with another person. Basically ghost me. And then the most bullshit thing, this is what she said. She's like, I thought I texted you. Oh, I thought I texted you. I thought I texted you in your DMs and stuff like that. How 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 do you forget? First off, how do you forget? It should show like the last person you messaged. Not only that, you should know that you're in a relationship for this. Basically ghosts me, and I was like, what the fuck? Why did you do this? And that's what her excuse was. Later on, says sorry, and then like I then let me tell you, like throughout these relationships, I would do stuff for her. Like I would be affectionate. I would like comfort her, be there for her. Hell's one thing is I spent money on her. So okay, in Genshin, there's like this $30 Diluc skin, right? She has Diluc, and I want to like show that I loved her and stuff like that. Which she doesn't deserve, by the way. She really doesn't deserve it. But I bought it for her on her account. And just to see her just treat me like shit after, just. It's like, why did I even bother? Like, I would do this stuff for her and stuff. And then she just lied to me straight behind my back. But then later on, this is when the big stuff comes. So, one day, we're on a VC. And then everything's fine, and she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to bed. All right." And it's like, "Oh, okay. Good night. Love you." Stuff like that. Doesn't say anything. Just leaves and blocks me, or actually unfriends me. Her friend that came in decides to go into my server and shit talk me. And it's like, Stir Fry, stop getting back with them and stuff. And I was like, what? And like I even asked her out, and then this was pretty like consensual from what it looked to be. Like she's like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, stuff. And just shit talks me. But here's the thing. Before you call me like any names or anything like that, or like if you're just here to like bring hate towards me or anything, because like even through this generation, even in this decade we're going through, it's full of toxicity. So if you're one of those people, get the fuck out of this video, because I really don't want to see this shit brewing up because of what I went through. or if you're here to just joke around and all that shit, get the fuck out. I really do not want to see those fucking kind of people. It's fucked up. And I hate those people who just don't give a shit. I'm literally putting this on the internet for people to watch, and you're just here deciding to just go on somebody else's side. And just to disagree with me and just to hate me. If you're here, then go. And if you guys are here, like to the few people who may be watching this, like, thank you for sticking around and like at least hearing me out. And like I don't know. I don't like this stuff that we've brought upon this generation. Okay. But back to what I was saying. It's like, oh, wait. Before going back in, like, one more thing about, like, all this stuff about the hatred and stuff. Like, yeah, get out. But you must be wondering why I'm posting this video. Why? Why might I be posting this video? Of me just venting out to the world. Out on YouTube. Why? Why might I be sharing my personal feelings to some random strangers who watch my channel? Because sometimes, from what I see, I don't think some of this generation is like seeing some what people go through. This is real footage of a person expressing their own feelings out. This shows like that. And I know that people don't even have the courage to do that. Don't have to. And that's okay. You don't have to do it on the internet. You could just do it to a friend who you love, who you trust more. I encourage you guys. Because out there in the real world, it's hard enough as it is. Even in your house, you're not even safe. You're not safe anymore. Not even on the internet. And you just need that one person to be with. And like, I know what you guys go through. And it's hard. I know. Some of you may have problems from family issues, from online issues, stress, leading to a bad mental state. Sometimes communication is a good option, but you have to find the right person for that. And I bet there are people, tons of people, willing to do that for others. And like, it's okay, and just know it's okay to cry. It's okay to cry in front of somebody. If they judge you, then don't let it get to you. They can go fuck themselves, because that's not cool. You want to know why I say that? Like, crying is like not showing weakness. It's a show of strength. Because you know why? You're showing the courage to express your actual emotions to somebody. Your true emotions, built in inside of you, mentally. Don't hold it in. Let it out. Because if you hold it in, it'll bring more problems. That's why you gotta vent out at times. Even to yourself, you can. But if you cry to another person, it doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong to show your true emotions. But that's why I'm posting this video and explaining my true emotions. And I know I've gone sidetracked, but continuing on to the story. So, we left off at how I how their friend was talking bad about me. And of course, my ex would lie and go behind my back and like talk shit to her friends. Why? Because she wanted to express her anger. And she knew it was me. She knew that she wanted to let out all her anger and like make up all these lies to me just to express anger. And that's fucked up. So, that night, it was not great. And this happened like in November. We all went into the GC and VC'd each other. They said my real name without my consent, and then they would be like, "You listen here, da." And like I was the only one being mature and just like playing it cool. They were just yelling at me for no reason. For what? Lies that I never did. Stuff I never did. And excuse me. And it's like, why me? And just why would you do this? So, again, before you call me anything, I am not one. But they called me a groomer, and a pedo. Why? Because she lied about her age. She was 12. She did all this to spill the truth that she was 12, which I never knew. How was I supposed to know? From, like, she showed me her face multiple times. She doesn't dress. She doesn't act like a 12-year-old. She doesn't even look like one. Not even sound like one. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, they lied to me, like, saying that that was the honest truth of how old they were, but it turns out, nope, they weren't. And just want to be toxic, do that. So they harassed me, calling me a groomer, a pedo, and like that night I almost committed suicide. And this is what happened. I was cutting my arm more, this arm, and I was on call with him. I was in the garage and I grabbed a machete in there, had it up to my neck, and then I was like, I told them, have you ever seen a person commit suicide on camera? And then what they did, they're like, oh, I can't wait to see this. Hold up, I'm gonna get the fireworks, I'm gonna get the snacks, blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna cheer when you fall to the ground and die. I have the machete up to my neck. But then I think to myself, I shouldn't do this. Of course, I'm staying quiet, making sure it doesn't happen. They don't listen. And like that night I could have lost my life because of these toxic pieces of shit who used me. No, this has to spill out. She used me. She manipulated me. And all of this, told lies to people, accused me for things I haven't done. She basically ruined my life mentally. And that's when my whole mental stability went downhill. I was in a mental state that was absolute shit. I I felt heartbroken and lied to because I was. And I didn't appreciate what the hell happened. And I went to my server and said, "Goodbye, chat. I'm sorry I was a fuck up to everybody." Leaving Discord. Well, not technically. I went myself on, like, I deleted Discord. Everyone was worried for me. Everyone, like, went into my DMs and, like, told me what happened, what's wrong. They were shocked for what happened. Everyone turned against her in one go. And, like, I even tried apologizing back, even though I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, but I wanted to, like, apologize in case, like, if I did. She's like, "Okay, lol." And, of course, started arguments with friends and all that stuff. Told me how much I was just not good person for doing things that I literally didn't do. And I was like, why do I even bother? Why do I even bother? So I'm in my room isolating myself. Almost went to a mental hospital and isolated myself from everybody else. Never went on my computer, just laid in bed all day. No lights, no sunlight or anything in my room. Place all trashed. Left it like that for like about a week. And it wasn't a good experience. She ruined my life. And by making me feel this way mentally. And like, I still just don't understand what makes them like doing this. Like, what amuses them so much for them to do this? Just doing this to a person who just wants love and just wants to be with somebody. And you give him shit and just do stuff behind his back. Like, I will not forget what happened, and I'm I've thought about suicide and on all this shit. I've done self-harm before. It's not great. And people have came up to me asking if I was okay from that, and obviously not. Like, they couldn't believe that that person did that to me, and like, she would also just make me uncomfortable as well. Period. Sometimes, um, like, I would feel uncomfortable in a way, and of course, I felt pressured into doing some, like, kind of sexual things from them. I felt pressured into it. Like, and of course, the stuff wasn't real. Like, I didn't have, like, those kinds of thoughts, and um ERP, basically, on call, but and it would be just acting, and I felt pressured into it, so I just went along with it. And it was fucked. I really I felt super uncomfortable around her, and she made it like I should have known this already, or I knew this stuff, but I barely even knew at all. I barely knew all that kind of stuff. So, like, I would try to do stuff and like that. Took a long break, and then I went to another account. I made another account on VR chat just to get away from her. And I did. I I tried to make new friends and stuff, but one of my friends I knew since probably 2020 or 2021, actually, so he was in a relationship with this one person, with one of my friends too. They were both dating, but he cheated on them. For who? You guessed it, my ex. So they both started being toxic in my server. Like, one time I was like breaking down my server. I was like sad and stuff, being all emotional because like I was about to say goodbye everybody, and then almost all, nearly like half of my server came into the VC to check on me. Half of that server came in to check on me, and that was the most anyone has gone into VC in my server. Everyone told me like, we care about you and all that stuff, like all that. But like, who wasn't taking it seriously? Um, my ex and my friend that we're dating. And they were literally in the main chat just goofing off, saying like all this stupid shit. But like, what would happen is they would be goofing off in the server in the main chat, while not giving a shit about me in the VC when they could just join it, and then everyone was like getting pissed off at the both of them, being like, Stir Fry is literally breaking down in here. Can you like stop and stuff? Like they weren't giving a shit about me, and like I knew that friend, like I've been friends with them. They were a pretty good friend of mine, but not anymore because of what they done. Now, do I forgive them? No, not at all. I don't give two fucking shits about them anymore. Nor that fucking bitch, that the ex. Like, I really don't care. So, like, they get really pissed off at them for like not even doing anything and just goofing off in the server. And not to mention, like I forgot to mention this. My ex would like said when in that one time told me that they felt like a fucking therapist. And how was I supposed to know? They were the one willing to help me, which doesn't make any sense. So I'd be like doing some stuff, and I'm just like kind of sad and stuff and just not feeling greatest. And she would like say in a bad tone, be like, "Ugh, what's wrong?" It's like, you don't have to help me if you don't feel like it or if it stresses you out. Which I would be like, I don't want to. I always told her, I don't want to stress you out. I don't want to stress you out by my mental health if like it gets in the way of you. And she's like, it's fine, just tell me. And then she just tells me I felt like a therapist. How does that make any fucking sense? Like, I literally told you multiple times, if you're stressed by it, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I could find another person. But just to do that is a really dick move. So, like, I decide that's fucked up. And just talks shit about me like that. But moving on to like it was, I'm in another relationship. She cusses out my ex what she did to me. Yeah. But what happened, um technically she cheated on me. Like, okay, yeah, 3 days in relationship, okay, yeah, yada yada. That's fine. But like to like say to cover up why you're breaking up with me, and like saying, "Oh, I think we rushed into the relationship." My friend, my friend who literally came to hang out with me and her that day gets with them. And I'm like, "Why did you do that?" And even my friend should know better too, cuz he knew I was in a relationship. But what did he do? Never told me anything. And I also did stuff for her. Even after that one, I get into another one. She told me like certain things. Like she seemed fine at the start. Like we're like good with each other, and she told me, "Oh, like I think we'll be fine." And what happens is like she tells me what she was intending to do, which I should have saw at the start. She was trying to bait me into like falling in love with her and then like blocking me because that's what she would do. And then in this case she said, "Oh, no, I generally have feelings for you and all that stuff." And one day I text her, "Good morning," and I'm blocked. So, not more days come where I'm literally not even mentally stable anymore. And yeah. So, I'm going we're going into May. I'm gone. Like I'm gone from my actual account. I'm on another account and trying to make new friends. And I do. I meet this like really great friend group and stuff. Like currently right now I am in a relationship. It's been 3 months and stuff. And like I love her with my heart. I love her very much. She's better than the people that I've been with. But that's not the point. Point is that the world has gone more toxic online and real life. Ever since 2020, I think it became toxic. And like look around you. Like you can't even say your own opinions anymore without being judged by it. You can't even like say like some other stuff. You can't even say your sometimes your own feelings without getting judged or anything or being made fun of. And I understand that. And I bet that affects some people mentally too. And they can't even express them themselves. And like wait and of course like don't take advantage like saying that you do have mental health problems because like it's a serious topic because it's a life risk too. It because if you're feeling suicidal, like I'm like feeling better about myself than I was like a while back with that one person, but like I said, things change and throughout those relationships, I'm not the person who I was then. I am my own person now because I've changed from things. I've changed, and that's one important thing in life change. I've changed, and things have. It's been hard for me. It really has been. It's hard to make friends in real life now. I can't really make any. I mostly have social anxiety. And and like you may see me like on VR chat goofing off like all this looking like a extrovert, but no, I'm mostly an introvert. And it's hard being one too. Like I do want to make friends. I do want to make friends in real life and but I can't because of how difficult it is. So like nowadays I'm in a world that I made that is purpose for venting and stuff, because I know a lot of people need to let it out sometimes, and I know it's hard. And I know maybe some of you guys can relate to me and stuff, but like, I do have dreams. Like, I will still be uploading videos, but this is just one of these serious videos, though. Like, I've done a lot of stuff for this channel, and but sometimes behind the camera, when the cameras are off, you won't know what the person actually feels. And yeah, that's true. But this is how I feel. I know people can relate. And anyone watching this, I hope you know you're not alone too. I get you go through some struggles too, mental struggles. Like, go to people, go to your friends, and like, if you have any, like, tell them how much you appreciate them for being there with you, sticking with you. Tell your loved ones you love them for taking care of you. And tell, like, if you have like a partner or anything, tell them how much you love them. Because most moments you got to spend as much time as possible, because you never know. And just know suicide is not an option, but sometimes people don't realize how much people care for them and how much people there are that are willing to be with them throughout their time. That's friends, significant others, family. And they are there for you. And people who committed suicide don't realize that those people do care about them. So that's why I want to tell you, just tell them how much you appreciate and love them. Because, and like, try to stay comfortable with them. Your good friends are the ones that truly are the ones you should trust. And loyal partners too. And if you don't have anybody, I support you. I support you for what you're going through. And yeah, that was my vent. And like, it had to come out sooner or later. But actually, I have another thing to point out. I mean, the reason why, you might be wondering why I decided also to record this like today. I was at school. Since I have like contact information in this world to like send their quotes or vents, like, I like to show their quotes and vents. I got an email from my ex saying her like vent. And here's the thing, I'm not gonna do it, okay? Why? And before you get mad at me, this is why. She was the one that made my mental health worse in the first place. So why should I even bother putting a vent of hers in my own world. Like, why should I? Yeah, it's a vent, but I don't care. You know what? I don't give a shit. Because you're the one that's made me this way in the first place. You're the one that started this shit in the first place that made me feel like this. And if you're watching this, I hate you. Like, stay away from me. Please. I just wanna live my actual life now in peace that's going well now. And I don't want to see you. Like, that vent, I'm not gonna put in there just to let you know because you made me this way. You made me feel like this by your toxic bullshit. You made me this way. Because of all this toxic bullshit, you made me create this world because of how I think negatively of myself still time to time, but not all the time. And how I'm in this mental state that I am now. This is all on you, just to let you know. Go ahead. And for those who, like, don't give a shit about me, make fun of me, and all that stuff, go ahead. That's all you're good for. Because you go around toxicity and, like, making others feel like shit. You don't give a shit about others. Like, you don't know what it's like. You don't fucking know what it's like then. If you're just here to just shit on or just, like, try to accuse me of shit. May say you know, but you may not know the true meaning of I am fine means. So, those you want to do it, make fun of me, do whatever you want. Just know you, I bet it's, I bet you don't know what goes on with us who are mentally ill. But yeah, to this day, it's been pretty good now. I've been really happy nowadays. But just know that if anybody watches this, like sees this, yeah, go on ahead. Again, like I said, you can make fun of it. But I feel like somebody needs to speak up and, like, express their emotions in this generation time to time, because nowadays when you have an opinion you can't even say anymore, or if you, like, say something or even do something, you're like, people will just target you time to time. And I can understand that's why people don't like to express their true feelings nowadays. But yeah, I know it's an odd video, but it's a serious video. And thank you for whoever stayed here and to listen to me. And thank you.